John Wick versus Jack Reacher. The Battle of the Relentless Assassins. Imagine two titans of action, each a master of his own fighting style, stepping into combat. Who would prevail, John Wick's lethal precision or Jack Reacher's brute force? This question has intrigued action fans ever since John Wick, the Baba Yaga, and Jack Reacher, the relentless ex-military operative, became iconic figures. Both characters represent the pinnacle of skill and strength, yet they approach combat in radically different ways. John Wick, with his impeccable technique and fluid movements, personifies the art of death. Meanwhile, Reacher, with his raw power and strategic acumen, embodies resilience and sheer force. The hypothetical clash between these two titans presents a fascinating confrontation of contrasting styles, prompting us to ask, who would emerge victorious in an epic showdown? John Wick, the legendary hitman, is a master of close-quarters combat, armed with an arsenal of lethal skills and techniques. His expertise with firearms and command of martial arts, including his own distinctive fighting style, make him a formidable and unpredictable opponent. He moves like a ghost, a specter with speed and precision, capable of delivering deadly strikes and emerging unscathed from perilous situations. His relentless determination and ability to endure pain set him apart in the world of action cinema. What makes him even more formidable is the aura of suffering and vengeance that surrounds him, a man who has lost everything and now seeks justice in a cruel world. Reacher, on the other hand, is a former military policeman with unmatched brute strength and a profound knowledge of military tactics. His ability to quickly analyze situations and employ strategic reasoning makes him an intelligent and dangerous adversary. He's like a Tonka fortress of muscle, an intellect capable of absorbing blows and adapting to any circumstance. His extensive combat experience and impressive physical endurance equip him to face any challenge that comes his way. Reacher is the lone vigilante, a man who lives by his own rules and relentlessly pursues the truth, even if it means defying authorities and confronting danger. To determine the winner of a hypothetical battle between John Wick and Reacher, we must analyze their abilities and characteristics in detail. John Wick is a master of precision and subtlety, while Reacher is the epitome of brute strength and efficiency. John Wick, the killing machine. John Wick is not just an assassin, he's a perfectly calibrated killing machine. His expertise in hand-to-hand combat is the result of years of rigorous training and experience in a shadowy world. He masters several martial arts: jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, Krav Maga, and Kung Fu Tat merge into a unique, lethal, and unpredictable fighting style. His agility and speed are otherworldly, allowing him to move like a phantom, delivering rapid, precise strikes that leave his opponents dazed. He is a master of evasion and counterattack. His movements are fluid and elegant, a death ballet that transforms combat into a choreographed display of violence. Every step is strategic, every move calculated to destabilize his opponent and lead them to defeat. John Wick doesn't merely fight, he dances with death, with his opponents serving as mere pieces in his macabre ballet. His proficiency with firearms is just one facet of his arsenal. In close combat, his strikes are fast, powerful, and relentless. A master of improvisation, he can turn everyday objects, a chair, a piece of metal, a shard of glass, into lethal weapons in an instant. He can endure pain and suffering with unwavering determination. His resilience is legendary. Even when injured, John Wick keeps fighting. His will to win is unbreakable. He is a predator, a relentless assassin who won't rest until his mission is accomplished. However, for all his expertise, John Wick also has vulnerabilities. His reliance on precision and speed makes him susceptible to opponents who possess superior brute force and endurance, potentially leading to a prolonged battle of attrition. Jack Reacher, the unstoppable force. Reacher is a force of nature, a giant of muscle and intellect. His brute strength is undeniable, capable of taking down men with a single blow. He doesn't rely on agility or subtlety. His raw power is his most potent weapon. Like a tank, he charges at his opponents with relentless force. But Reacher is more than just muscle. He is a highly trained ex-military operative, experienced in hand-to-hand combat, firearm handling, and possessing an in-depth understanding of military tactics. He can quickly analyze situations, anticipate his enemies' moves, and exploit their weaknesses. Moreover, Reacher is a master of improvisation, turning environmental objects to his advantage and adapting his strategies as needed. Reacher excels in close combat techniques such as Krav Maga and street fighting, blending them with his brute force. He can deliver powerful blows, using his experience to immobilize opponents and deflect attacks, his raw power acting as a shield. A true master of delivering precise strikes and knocking foes out cold, his physical endurance is extraordinary. In Lee Child's novels, Reacher's strength is portrayed as almost superhuman. He can lift cars with his bare hands, kick down doors with a single strike, and take down multiple adversaries with one punch. His ability to withstand blows that would fell an ordinary man is remarkable. In one story, he even survives a fall from a cliff and continues to fight. In addition to his raw power, Reacher possesses a deep knowledge of military tactics and espionage. Having worked as a military police investigator, he uses his intelligence to unravel complex crimes and solve seemingly impossible cases. On one mission, he had to infiltrate a criminal organization by employing disguises and manipulating situations to gather information and bring the culprits to justice. Reacher's physical endurance is extraordinary. He can take blows that would knock most men down, fighting on without a sign of fatigue. His capacity to withstand pain is impressive, making him an almost unbeatable warrior. However, despite his overwhelming power, Reacher might be caught off guard by the speed and agility of a more nimble opponent. His heavy reliance on brute force could leave him vulnerable to swift, strategic attacks that exploit his weaknesses. The battle. Imagine a cracked concrete arena shrouded in the mist of a nighttime city, illuminated only by the sinister glow of a street lamp. In this setting, the deadly dance between John Wick and Jack Reacher unfolds a clash of styles as contrasting as fire and ice. This environment favors John Wick. The confined space and poor lighting limit Reacher's range and force him to move with extra caution. John Wick, the Baba Yaga, is the very embodiment of precision and agility. His movements are fluid and exact like the choreography of a macabre ballet. Employing techniques from jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, Krav Maga, and Kung Fu, he delivers lethal strikes with unnerving precision. Every move is calculated, every step an attack, every dodge a deadly dance. In John Wick 2, he demonstrates mastery in various fighting styles such as Aikido, Wing Chun, and Judo, blending them into a unique and lethal combat approach. In one memorable scene, he takes on a horde of enemies in a ballroom, using the environment and objects around him as weapons. Reacher, on the other hand, is a giant, a raw force of nature. His brute strength is undeniable, capable of taking down men with a single punch. Drawing on his military experience, he analyzes situations, devises strategies, and overwhelms his opponents. His mind is as potent a weapon as his fists, using logic and strategy to anticipate and neutralize enemy moves. The fight would begin with a series of swift, strategic moves. John Wick would dart around, using his fighting style to probe for an opening in Reacher's defense, aiming to destabilize the giant with rapid, precise strikes. Reacher, meanwhile, would seek to neutralize Wick's speed by using his brute force to grab hold of him. He'd aim to impose his strength, delivering powerful blows that shake Wick's very core. His arms would act like levers, his fists like hammers, each strike designed to inflict damage and control the battlefield. As the battle intensifies, both combatants would adapt to each other's movements. John Wick's agility would allow him to target Reacher's weaknesses, dodging brutal attacks with his martial arts expertise. Reacher, in turn, would rely on his experience to adjust his strategy, trying to sidestep Wick's rapid assaults and deliver his own decisive strikes. The verdict. Determining the winner of a hypothetical battle between John Wick and Reacher is a challenging task. Both characters possess unique skills and attributes that make them formidable opponents. John Wick, with his precision, agility, and mastery of martial arts, could use his speed and flexibility to evade attacks and seize an opening for a fatal blow. Reacher, with his brute strength, endurance, and military know-how, could try to neutralize Wick by overpowering him with sheer force and tactical prowess. The outcome would depend on several factors: the environment, each fighter's strategy, and even a touch of luck. John Wick might land a critical strike with his speed and skill, yet Reacher's resilience and power could allow him to weather multiple attacks and eventually gain the upper hand. Ultimately, the battle would be a clash of contrasting styles, victory determined by a combination of skill, strategy, and a bit of fortune. Who do you think would have the better chance of winning and why? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to share it with your friends.